What's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel, and in this video I have an easy fix for a broken Magsafe cable that doesn't require any soldering at all. These cables are incredible because they magnetically attach to your iPhone. They're convenient and a must-have accessory, but the problem is they break really easily. The connector on the end of the cable can come apart from the cable itself, which renders the cable useless. Luckily, I have a solution, and before we get started, if you're new here, welcome. I'm a professional repair technician with over 5 years experience repairing phones, tablets, laptops, and pretty much anything with a screen. Now let's get into it. We have a broken Magsafe cable right here. We can see that the connection on the end of the cable has come apart from the cable itself. This can happen if you pull on the cable too hard or snag it on something and tear it apart. You can even see where the cable was torn, which makes this an easy fix. All we need to do is glue the two halves back together and we'll be good to go. The first thing we want to do is grab some supplies. You'll need a phone repair kit, which you can buy off of Amazon. It'll have everything you need to repair your phone. In addition to that, you'll also need a blow dryer or hairdryer, a flathead screwdriver, a pair of tweezers, a piece of foam, cardboard or whatever you have available to replace the adhesive seal, and of course some glue. I'll leave a link in the description for the exact glue I use. It's E1000. It's waterproof, quick drying, and very strong. Alright, so we can see how the cable was torn right here. We'll set our phone down, plug in the cable, and then apply some heat to soften the adhesive underneath the connector. This will allow us to pry the connector off without damaging the wires inside the cable. Once it starts getting soft, we can take our flathead screwdriver and start prying. Be careful and don't force it if it doesn't start coming off right away. You don't want to damage the wires inside. Just apply a little bit more heat and try again. We can see the cable has been freed from the connector. Let's plug it back in and test it out. It looks like it's working, so we'll set it to the side for now while we work on the other half of the connector. We're going to do the same thing on the other half of the connector. Apply heat with our blow dryer and then use the tweezers to carefully pry up on the rubber. Again, be careful because you don't want to damage the wires inside. So we can see the cable has been freed from the connector. Now let's move on to gluing it back together. First things first, let's clean off the surfaces that we plan on gluing with rubbing alcohol and a paper towel. Make sure the surface is completely dry because if you try to glue it while it's wet, the glue won't stick properly and it'll just peel right off. Next, we're going to mix up our glue according to the instructions on the bottle. Usually you just squeeze the two tubes together until they're fully mixed. Then you want to put the tip of the applicator on the edge of the tube to make sure you get an even coat every time you apply it. Next, we're going to apply a line of glue along the edge of the connector. You don't want to go too crazy with the amount of glue. Just a little goes a long way. Next, we're going to let the glue dry for about 6 seconds. The glue we're using dries very quickly and should be touch dry by now. Now we can bring the two halves of the connector back together and press them firmly until the glue fully cures. This usually takes about 5分钟. Just keep pressing firmly on both sides until the glue is fully cured. Now we'll let the glue cure for about 5分钟. This means the glue will still be sticky, but it won't bond to anything else. If you try to stick your fingers in it, they'll just stick to the glue. But once it's fully cured, it'll be rock solid and not stick to anything. That's why we wait the extra 5分钟 so the glue has enough time to cure properly. While we wait, we'll prepare the replacement seal. You want to cut a piece of foam or cardboard slightly larger than the connector. This will serve as a replacement for the adhesive seal that we removed earlier. Once the glue has fully cured, we can remove any excess with a pair of tweezers. The idea is to get rid of any glue that is squeezed out of the connector and make sure there's no glue on the inside of the connector either. If there is, it could prevent the connector from going on properly. Next, we'll center the replacement seal on top of the connector and press it down firmly. We'll repeat the process on the other side. Now we're ready to glue the replacement seal. We'll apply a thin line of glue around the edge of the connector and then press the seal down firmly. Make sure to press all the way around the edge of the connector to ensure an even seal. Next, We'll let the glue dry for about 30 seconds. Once again, we'll use our tweezers to remove any excess glue that's squeezed out of the connector. Next, I'll grab the other half of the connector and apply a thin line of glue around the edge. Bring the connector down onto the cable and press firmly to make sure the glue spreads evenly around the edge. Press it down for about 1-2分钟 until the glue is fully cured. Once again, we'll let the glue sit for 5分钟 so it can fully cure. Then we can remove any excess glue with our tweezers. Now we can check to make sure the cable works properly, and we're done. We've successfully repaired the Magsafe cable, so we can see that the cable is charging the phone and the phone is able to detect the cable. A lot of times when these cables break, people throw them out and buy new ones. But that's not necessary. You can repair them for a fraction of the cost. Now we'll reinstall the screen and we're done. That's how easy it is to repair a broken Magsafe cable. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you're interested in learning more repairs, stay tuned for more content. I'll catch you next time.